What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the vlog. The first live sit down, man. Again, Happy New Year. Even though it's not the top of the year, but I hope everybody's having a great year to start off. Everyone, this is Savvy, everyone.
Hey, y'all.
So normally what I do at the beginning of every interview is I allow the person to tell a little bit about themselves. So just give them a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I am 21. I go to Refrig University. I major in graphic design. I was born in Philly, but I live in Suffolk, Virginia. I'm an artist, and I'm an aspiring graphic designer.
Cool. So, just for what do you say some things that inspire you to really grasp and gravitate towards art? What are some things that you really would you really say pushed you in that direction?
Well, my freshman year, I went to Chowan University, and I was majoring in psychology, but it's like that's not really what I wanted to do. I always had a passion for art since I was like really little. And so like I was always debating like, oh my god, like I really want to be an artist, but I know my parents want me to major in psychology and everything. So I was just like, forget it. I'm just about to do my own thing. I changed my major. I made some moves, start connecting with different people. I talked to my art advisor, and I just like did it. And I told my parents, and at first like they were just like so disappointed, like how are you gonna make money? I mean, like how are you gonna make any money? Being an artist or whatever like that. But over the time, I told them like, look, I'm gonna prove to you guys that I could do this. You know what I mean? Like, this is my dream. Like, I want to follow my dream. Like, so many people out here working like regular 9 to 5s, really not doing what they want to do to be happy. And I just want to be happy and do what I love. Yeah. And that's art. So I went after it. And ever since, I proved to them like, look, I'm really serious about this. They've had my back 100%. 100%.
And I think that's one thing I always talk about with friends and family is that support, having that support, especially from your parents, is crucial. In some consistent success, man. If you don't have something backing you, any support, it gets kind of lonely out there, and it kind of discourages you from wanting to go that direction for real. So that's definitely, I would say, that's a plus for real. But what inspired? Because I don't know if they know, they don't know, but she actually transferred to schools from Chowan to Radford.
Yeah.
So what inspired that move? Was it for the broadening of your brand, or more so you just wanted to change the scenery for real?
Yeah, it's definitely a change in scenery. Like coming from Chowan University and like Radford University was like way different. Like Radford is like a really beautiful like city. A lot of people like, oh, you're up in the mountains. There's really not a lot to do, but up there I found like so much inspiration and just like walking around, going on adventures, stuff like that. But when I was in transition, I was looking up like the background about Radford art program, and it was really good. And the class, like when I first went there, and the classes and the teachers, they were so down to earth. And I remember this one professor, I had my very first semester there, her name was Miss Downs or whatever, and she was just like so chill. Like I loved her because like she didn't have like any guidelines for real. Like she probably had like one or two, but it's just like she was just like, y'all are gonna be free, like do what y'all feel, and it's just like with that, it just gave me like more confidence to really like show these students like how I really do my art, because it's like in most classes, in most art classes, you kind of got to stick to a certain like type, like realistic drawing, and like I'm not really that good. So some of the classes that I did take before her class, it was just like struggle because like, oh man. But at the same time, it kind of like helped me grow as an artist as well. And like their critique sessions, you don't always have a good critique, but it's good to have that constructive criticism because like it just makes you a better artist at the end of the day, you know. So yeah, Radford was definitely like a great move for me, and even outside the classroom, like I've been meeting because at first like I really didn't know a lot of people there. It was kind of just like by myself, but the more and more I get involved with certain art programs and I really show people like this is what I do, like this is what I'm serious about. Like I'm starting to get more connects up there, not even just with like art. I'm getting more connects with like the photography and fashion, like stuff like that. So. Okay. It's been good for me.
Definitely, man. I remember, I think the first time I actually saw you, I had left Jawan at this point, but we were at Jawan, and I was with my boys, with Jordan, and I was like, yo, she dressed like mad different, but like, it suits her. And I'm saying, initially it was like, okay, that's funky. You know what I'm saying? But once I met you, it was like, okay, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Would you say like, that who you are, how you dress is a direct reflection of how you draw and paint?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I feel like the more and more like I grow as a person, like my confidence like grows as well. I mean, I'm not like gonna be cocky or anything, but I mean, I kind of feel like I'm a lot more free about some of my stuff because it was like at first like coming out as like an artist, like hey, this is like me, this is what I do. I was kind of like still on the conservative side. Like I was like, oh man, like I really want to wear this, but I don't really know because that's a little bit out there. But now it's just like forget it. But I definitely feel like the way I dress has a lot to do on like it has a lot to do with the way I do my art and everything. So it's like some days I'm feeling like really like hippie-ish, and then like another day I'm feeling like super like chill, tomboyish, and like sometimes that like shows in my artwork. Like I don't really have like a certain like precise way like I like how my art looks. It's just like I change the game up like every time. So it's kind of like I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say like I'm unpredictable because you really never know like what you're gonna get that day, even just my outfits or whatever, So
yeah, I mean, honestly that's cool because that kind of like we all need that one thing that separates us from everybody.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to brand, it's important to have just like that one thing that makes you pop because there's so many things that are so similar that it's hard to like sometimes differentiate what is whatever from who, whatever. You like now you see a lot of art out, a lot of fashion and all that stuff, and a lot of everything looks the same.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of repetitive. So it's definitely like a plus when you can really say what you have stands out from everybody else. I think that's really huge to be able to do that. So like if you had to pick someone that you kind of like model your work after, like someone you kind of like say, yo, this is the standard. Who would that be? I know everybody has like that one.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, like okay, that was so weird because I mean, as like an artist, like I don't know, like I really don't know. It's like so many like people that I kind of get my inspiration from, but it's crazy because how I get my inspiration is like I don't actually like look at artists like kind of like singers and rapper artists. Like I'll sometimes look at their music videos. I'm like, oh, like I like their outfit. Like I like the pattern up there. Or like I may go like on an adventure, or I may like I don't know, like it just like or like another person's like interview. It's just really weird how I get my inspiration and who I follow. It's just like different things that kind of pick from like different like.
I think really that's what we should. That's what doing what you love provides. That provides that level of freedom as to where you can inspire how you want to inspire, and help people believe how you want them to believe and see life from your perspective. Because honestly, I really believe truly, wholeheartedly, that that's what we're living for, to show people our lives, life through our perspective, but like a better way to live it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many, you deal with religions and all that stuff, and there's so many perspectives that, and in essence, in some ways, are irrelevant because they fail to really touch bases with, like, do what you love. And I think people nowadays don't associate doing what you love with making money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think everything, because this is such a monetary society, that doing what you love gets lost in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, for instance, me being a father, my son has to take priority in certain areas.
Yeah.
In the past, he's before this year. In the past years, you know what I'm saying, some things haven't took precedence, and I haven't been able, and I haven't done certain things as a father because I was trying to sacrifice in my branch. It's just like you're learning a life balance, but like sometimes life is just like, you know what I mean, you gotta go here, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and what you love gets lost in the mix of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's an important, regardless of what you have, regardless of what task you have on your plate, that you always remember that if you're not happy, you can't create. You're
not
dominate.
Alive.
You're not alive, and you can't dominate life.
Yeah.
Like, I really feel like everybody's here to dominate. Like, whatever you love, whatever you want to do, if you know that and you tap into it, you can dominate life.
Yes, like I kind of feel like a lot of people, like, you're right, a lot of people just get like so caught up in like I guess like the worldly priorities that we have to take like as adults, you know, as far as like just going to work, going to school, getting your education, just trying to like grow up in this like world. But a lot of people just get like so brainwashed. I'm like, yo, like, you can do that stuff, but don't get caught up. Like, be happy, do what you want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who's stopping you? I feel like the only person that is stopping us is us. Yeah. Like, nobody else can get in the way of like your happiness but you. Yeah, you know? Exactly. Like, it's so easy to make excuses, for things. And then it's just like, it's so hard for people to just be like, all right, like, forget it. I'm just about to do it. Like, no, go out there and do it now. Like, change starts now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, stop waiting for stuff. You got to go after it and get it. Yeah. Like, just point blank.
And I think, and I really believe that the reason it's so hard for us as humans to grasp that concept is because, like, people that they can't take that delayed gratification. Yeah. It's like, I need it now. So boom, if I can't get it now, it's no point in putting the work in for it. You know what I'm saying? And doing what you love is going to take some grind and effort. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the mix now of building my brand, and you are as well. So you know it's precisely what I'm talking about. Like, doing what you love, man, it takes time and patience. And if you have a relationship with a higher entity, though I believe in God, whoever you believe in that is higher and keeps you, whatever that is, having support around you, people that you can confide in on a consistent basis, all that stuff builds who you are and builds where you're going in life and doing life. And all those things are pivotal and key. You know what I'm saying? Like, you growing your brand and growing who you are for real. Because if you don't have those things, then like 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be 60, 70 years old wishing you had. And I've seen people in my family in that position, and I don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Not that I don't admire or look up to people, especially my elders, but it's like certain things you got to take, certain things you got to throw away. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what life for real. You know. But you kind of answered what I was gonna segue into. Who you hope to inspire, that type deal. I was gonna segue into that, but you kind of like. You smacked that on the head on accident for real. You know what I'm saying? It's all good because that's what this is for. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're passionate about what you do, it all kind of spills and boils together. We definitely need more people pushing self promotion and doing what they love because it's not at the end of the day it is about money. It isn't about what you can gain from it financially. It's about what whose life can you touch? Whose life can you know what I mean? What person can you touch and reach with what you're doing? And I know in some way and somehow, what I do, being a tailor, designer, and all that, dressing gives people confidence. You know what I'm saying? And like as small as that may seem to some people, that's big, huge for some people because some people don't know how to put this and that together to gain that confidence, or don't know what proper way to groom and take care of themselves and all that type stuff. So appearance isn't just what you wear; it's how you smell. Everything goes into play, like what I'm saying, grooming wise, all that. So like a lot of people don't know how to do that. So doing what you love, man, you can change somebody's life. It's all that, and whatever you like. If you have a relationship with God, like I do, what I'm saying, I really holistically believe in God. I believe that if I'm really like truly my passion and truly want to see people succeed, then all that financial stuff follows. It finds you.
Yeah.
Especially if you grinding and busting your tail to get what you needed. Now, I'm not saying it don't work because everybody has to eat. I have a son. That means that I can't sit on my tail and not do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like regardless of how hard it gets financially, sometimes I can't sit on my tail and not do anything because I have a son. Like it's not okay. It's not gonna work. Like it'll be full. It's not okay. It's not okay because then I can't promote my brand if I'm a bad father.
Yeah.
Because then I'm falsifying what I really am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To a sense. So yeah, definitely what you said. It's like you really need that. You should do it for the the upbuilding of everybody else for real.
Yeah.
So like if you had like a dream like where you can see your art at, like I know like it's like you got the Louvre, you got like it's tons of places, you got art museums and all that, man. Like if there was one place out of all these places in the world, where where would you want to see your art at?
I would love to see like my art. I don't want to sound like so cliche, but I would love to see my art like in a nice art museum in like Europe somewhere,
Yeah.
So that would be like amazing, like just so big and blown up. Like I kind of want to be like the next like girl Picasso or something. No, what is his name? Like Salvador Dali. Yeah. Like like his stuff is a lot more like surreal or whatever. So yeah. And he was a weird person, so I kind of feel like I kind of fit in that category. But yeah, like I would love to see my stuff like over there in Europe.
And that's like that's something that's important too. Setting what seem to be impossible goals for yourself, because in essence they aren't impossible. It just takes a thought to really create a reality for real, and it takes the thought and you following through with that thought. If you follow through, you can have and be anything that you want to be in life for real. So definitely, where can you check your stuff out? Because people, oh, I'm sorry, you have pieces here. I'm sorry, people. She has pieces here. I'm tripping.
You are crazy.
She has pieces here.
Okay. So these are just like personal pieces or whatever. This is a like an abstract / like realistic.
Okay.
Little drawing that I did. It's this is MIA. She's a musician.
Yeah.
You know who that is. Yeah. But yeah, I've been really like into just crazy weird patterns, brighter colors.
But yeah, how important is it to invest in your craft?
Okay, being an art major in college is like crazy expensive. Like almost every week you're buying new materials and stuff. But I am very blessed because my parents support me, so they have provided a lot of art materials for me. Also, you know, I am kind of like, what is, I wouldn't really consider myself like eco-friendly, but like, if I feel like the material is like cool to do art on, I'll pick it up off the street and like take it, you know? So, like, I'm kind of like half and half, but I would prefer like really, really good quality stuff, you know?
Definitely.
It's just like, you know, I'm on the come up, you know, so I'm like, you know, I'm getting there.
You glowing?
Yeah, I can't really get like the whole, what is it? It's like these markers that I really want, like Copic markers. And they cost like $300. Like, it's crazy. And I'm like, oh no. Like, you know, I got other things to pay for, like books and all that stuff. But it's very, very important to invest like things for your art. I mean, for your craft, period. You know, like good quality things. But yeah, at the same time, you know, if you're like just weird like me and you're like, oh, I like this like scrap piece of paper off the street, like let me just pick it up, you know, like create something. I don't know, I'm just like weird like that. So it's like half and half. Okay.
Yeah, because I tell people all the time, man, it takes really, it's really to like you gotta pay for stuff.
Yeah, you do.
And stuff costs dollars, and the dollars gotta come from somewhere. So
Yeah.
you gotta work for the dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really don't knock a 9 to 5 or nothing like that. Do I prefer life without one? As of right now, if you gotta pay for your own stuff, you handling your own business or whatever, that's cool. That's whatever. FaceTime people, that's real life. It's all good. Like I ain't never heard phone call before. It's cool. Right in the middle of the interview. It's straight.
I'm sorry.
We're cool. We good.
I should put my phone solid.
We good. We good. It's right in front of the interview. But like I was saying, we can continue the interview. Ain't nothing happening right now.
Alright.
But it's definitely important to invest. You can't do anything without money. I'm sorry. Like as much as you like try to get around like, oh, I wish life didn't cost nothing. It does. Costs a lot. Like, man, it's these niggas got us out here running in circles.
Yeah.
Trying to get this buck real quick.
It's crazy expensive out here.
When it shouldn't, and that kind of like takes the purity away from like takes the art, nigga. You got to do it like, like you kind of got to do it. Like it's a part of it. Like you know what I mean, supply demand. Like you have a demand to want to give to the people, so you have to supply the means to do that. In order to get the means to do that, you have to supply the cash to get the means. So I mean, it is what it is, yo. You just gotta invest in your craft. But honestly, the payoff is much bigger when you see everything coming to light.
Definitely. Like I sometimes want to cry when I say, oh my gosh, like it actually came out the way I wanted to. Yeah, like I worked so hard on stuff, and like it's good to see like the progress as well. You know, like how I was even last week and how I am like this week. You know, it's just I feel like, you know, with investing in good quality materials and stuff like that, it like practice, you know, on stuff. Like I still like a lot of people like, oh my god, like your artwork is really good. I'm like, well, thank you, but I haven't even reached, you know, where I want to. I know, like
that's something. I
know. And see, the crazy thing, as a creator, a fashion designer, artist, a photographer, it's like you're never gonna really be like super satisfied on your craft.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you're like your biggest
critic.
Yeah, critic. You know, so it's just it's crazy. Like, yeah, I could have did it. I could have did something different with that. You know. But.
Definitely. But yeah, man, it's you're always gonna be, like she said, y'all be your biggest critic. You know what I'm saying? I had something high. Real life, we still really.
Yeah.
But you're always gonna like be your biggest critic. Don't ever be like, you know, mad at yourself for being mad at yourself. It's supposed to be that way. Yeah. Because if you don't push yourself, nobody else will. Because they're like, you know what I'm saying? People are waiting to see your passion a lot of times. They're waiting to see what are you gonna put out and put into it in order to start before they drop their money into something. Like, I mean, honestly, like you have to kind of expect that. Like, would you put money into something that you didn't know was going to do well? You know, because you work hard for your money, and you know what I mean. You want to know that your investments and your time and your effort
is going into something that is worthwhile. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, you just gotta. Ain't no, it's no big, explanation for it. Just gotta. Say you gotta.
Yep, you
Remember,
gotta.
You gotta. You ain't got no choice. Just, ignorant is all day, right?
Yeah, it's this quote that I was thinking about, and it was about SZA. I was like watching one of her like interviews or whatever, and like it just kind of popped up, about like the self-motivation thing, and it's just like it's easy to be money motivated, it's easy to be fame motivated, but it's really, really hard to be self-motivated.
Definitely.
So I just like, ooh, that's perfect, Yeah, but that's true. Self-discipline is like kind of like one of like the hardest things. Even sometimes it's hard for me because I procrastinate a lot. Like I could just be chilling, watching a movie or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I got an art project, It's
cool.
like, all right, like I'm just go ahead and do it. It's like, we all got our little things that we need to work on, because as an artist, like even though like I'm really passionate about what I do, there are gonna be those days where you're just like, man, like I got a lot of work to do. Do I feel like doing it? No, I don't. Especially as a college student, you got others. Like I'd rather work on like 7 art projects than have to do math homework for real. So it's like I got other classes I gotta take that I hate, but I gotta do it. Like you said, you gotta do it. You don't have a choice.
You really, like, life is just like, you just gotta get it done. And if you live enough, you'll figure out, like, you learn the hard way. You learn the hard way more than you learn the easy way. So when you get your easy lessons, take them joints and run with them, because you're gonna get a whole lot of hard ones to come with it. So like, really, like, the more you listen, that's when you got people like your elders, your mom, your dad, like mentors. Especially if you have mentors, whoever you confide in and know that, they're trying to see you do your best. Like, take that and run with it. Like, if somebody give you some advice, that's solid, take it and go. For real, like, because they could be putting their attention and effort and care to somewhere else. But where can they follow you? At Instagram, Snapchat,
Okay, well, I have Instagram, and my Instagram name is Art by Jasmine. There's no capital space or anything like that. It's just Art by Jasmine. And Snapchat is Sav is Fashion, SAVV_is fashion. And I actually have a website. It's really long, but it's in my bio on Instagram. But
so just gonna, cause like honestly, she has a website. Boom, it's cool, because all of this you can tell them anyway, because all of this is gonna be in the credits.
Yeah. Okay. So it's www.jasminhampton.wix.com/entermyworld. So also, like you said, it'll be under like the video information, description, and everything like that. So yeah, you can just hit me up.
So what do you like site wise? What's on the site? Like, what do you do?
Oh, okay. Well, I have like the homepage, and basically the homepage is just like upcoming events or things that are updated on it, like kind of like an advertising thing. Also, like if you scroll down like a little bit more, I actually added a new feature. It's crazy because I've done art videos like in the past, but just kind of like just playing with it, but I got like some art videos, and I actually have like a video where it's kind of like behind the scenes, like how I really do my art when I'm in my room. It's just super chill. It's not a lot of editing or anything like that. It's just just a time lapse. I recorded it on my phone. You know what I mean? Just super chill and just me doing what I do. I got stuff everywhere. You know what I mean? Just being as natural as possible.
Savvy. Thank you for stopping by. Most gracious.
No problem.
You're the coolest. You're the dopest. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Your consistency means a lot. Savvy's a great friend. People I'm saying, she's consistent as they come. So check her workout. Everything will be in the credits. I'll stay tuned. Again, it's your boy J Esquire and the vlog. Savvy, give me the deuces.
Bye.
Peace. Peace.
Thank you for having me.
No doubt. Y'all be easy.